I'm gonna be honest, you may not like this take on it, but we're not living in the 70s and the 60s anymore where guys are just jumping off trees to want to commit, marry, and be with a single mom. Especially these young wolves. These young wolves are even worse. Now, my generation, Generation X.
Would you date a bus driver? Would you date
if he owns the bus?
This is going to be our morning rush extra.
I
We
could
have a
do bad by
lot
myself.
left to say. All right, time now, 5:11. Let's get to what's ahead on.
I don't care what any baby mama say. Having to raise your kids by yourself is not a flex, and this is coming from a single mother. Listen to your sister. Don't let any baby mama deceive you into believing that being a single mother is more convenient than being a wife. You hear me? When I was pregnant with my daughter, I went through the whole pregnancy by myself. Ain't nobody going me to no appointments, no baby shower, no gender reveal. When my water broke, I got us to the hospital and from the hospital.
Smooth operator, Big Sarge is a true gentleman.
Yo!
Every move he makes, he's got constant streaks on lock.
Okay. Listen, welcome back. I am Big Sarge, the gentleman. Tell a friend to tell a friend. The gentleman, Mr. O.M.G, the older military gentleman, is back at it again. So today we have a video because this single mom by choice thing is what we're going to talk about today. Miss Eboni K. Williams has graced us in People magazine with her choice to have a baby by herself. Now, once again, I want to find out a video that a woman has done, and I want to review her video and just see what her thought process on this. We're going to get into Pink Book Lessons video. We're going to review it, comment on it, but I want you guys down below to leave me your thoughts also. With nothing else left to say.
At this point, it's becoming more apparent that modern millennial women have completely lost their minds. Eboni K. Williams is 40 years old. I will put her on the older millennial side, but she wasted a lot of her younger years shoplifting from the mall so she could get clothes and shoes and pretend like she had it like that, attempting to get white men to like her, but they all kicked her
That's a stinger right there.
to the curb because she's inherently obnoxious and impossible to get along with. So she's been faking it until she made it, chasing a lifestyle. Remember, she told Ayanla she wouldn't date a bus driver.
Shout out to all my blue collar workers out there. Listen, keep doing what you do.
How we can create and not build when some of us, quite frankly, feel that the men that are available.
There's that word feel, not logic, but this is how we feel.
To us, and I'm talking about across the color spectrum, across the age spectrum. Trust me, I've done them all.
Ladies, please, I'm going to give you a warning from a guy's perspective. Stop telling the world about all the nasty or all the things that you've done with your mattress action. That doesn't make us excited, especially if we're going to be the one that puts a ring on you, because this just lets us, so stop all that.
They are not positioned to protect nor provide because of some of the statistics we just talked about. They're not earning the incomes. They're not having the resources, and some of them are not even showing up in the leadership.
Would you date a bus driver?
Look at how long she just wastes the answer. She's like, who you talking to, a bus driver? Beneath me.
Would you date
if he owns the bus? If he owns it. If he owns the bus.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
You have disgraced yourself, and you must be punished.
That's a problem. Okay.
Look at the smirk on. Look at the smirk on her face. She like, what are you talking about, a bus driver? Ugh, disgusting.
Because the standards and requisites, and I'm not talking about him laying on his sofa playing video games all day. I'm not talking about that. But the standards and the criteria that we use to measure men is off for who we are as women and who they are in this society. I would date a bus driver if he loved driving the bus.
Stop playing. My bus drivers out there getting some love. Come on now. Bus drivers, stand up. My truck drivers too, stand on up. Let's get it. It's go time.
If he was a man of integrity, if he was good to his mama, if he treated me well, I would date a bus driver.
There we go, gents. Hey, as I told y'all before, treat your ladies well.
But we think that it's another human being's responsibility to give us what we need instead of us building together.
Eboni K. Williams got some random sperm donor from the donation bank, and now she's pregnant. Unbelievable.
Why she gotta say it like that? But then again, she ain't told a lie.
The same woman who was supposedly so high class and couldn't date a bus driver picked out some random DNA from a possible homeless man or a possible let me powder my nose baser. Because I'm sorry, any man standing in line to donate DNA for $100, $200 gotta be living a real tough, low, broke life. Either that or he's a mental nutcase. Chances are he's both. Most of them need the money, just like people going to donate plasma. Everybody knows when you go up there to donate the plasma, you got to be on your last $20 bill, your last tank of gas, your last piece of bread, your last piece of air, water, electricity, whatever. Rich people don't show up to no plasma bank or no sperm bank on a normal Monday clocking in like it's a job donating for cash.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. She kind of got a point, though. I mean, I don't know. Look, once again, maybe rich people do this as a way to just want to repopulate the planet with their own DNA. Okay, we're going to be honest. 9 times out of 10, this is not what's going on. Like I said, not unless they just want to repopulate the planet with more of them out there. Go ahead, Pink Book of Lessons. Tell us some more.
Yeah, no different from where Ebony went to. Same process. And what's even more silly about this is this woman gloating about the whole experience with People magazine, you know, like she's conquering the world. It's embarrassing enough to go through this situation, but it's outright humiliating to do this to yourself and put yourself on the jumbotron to have all of us in your business on purpose for clout. It's very sad but true. These flamingos will do anything for clout.
Yo, that's a new one, flamingos. Go ahead.
Even get a baby from the DNA of a junkie. We have to really get into this today, but first, young ladies, listen up. This one is for you. I'm here to let you know this is not normal, no matter how much society is trying to push this weird narrative 1000% out of order.
Thank you. This is not normal.
Okay, so Eboni K. Williams is trying to find a way to get everybody to talk about her and get some attention. She's broadcasting all of her dumb personal decisions for people to comment on and try to wiggle her way back to the Breakfast Club. Ever since the bus driver thing, she's been itching to go viral again. This sick, egotistical witch decided she was going to craft up a baby on her own and voluntarily become a single mother because she believes she can raise a child alone and she's got the money to do it. It's funny, we're talking about the same group that supposedly educated the public, preaching that money wasn't enough for a child. Every time a father said he provided for his child monetarily, they would argue that he could still be a deadbeat and label those men as such. Many argue that it's true that money isn't enough to raise a child. The child has to have the guidance of not just a mother, but they need the leadership of a father as well. You know.
I'm very glad that people understand this. Some people, that is. A man and a woman come together to make a baby. So in return, a man and a woman need to raise this baby. This isn't hard.
Balance. Something once prevalent in society before the strong, black, and independent I don't need a man to raise no child, serial baby mamas of 1986 popped up. I'm talking about before it became a norm, especially in the black community, for children to be raised in a single-parent household led by women.
That should never be the norm. Trust and believe, especially in our community, the black community, no. We're going to get this back on track. Gentlemen, start saying no. Say no. You don't get to have my DNA.
Now, single mothers end up in that situation for many different reasons. But never have I ever seen so many women choosing that life for themselves and resorting to pick up strange mystery DNA. I'm sorry, this is a new level of pathetic, and I don't care how much they try to make this normal, this is weird. And very selfish too. Just because you want to be a parent doesn't mean you should be. Doesn't mean you're qualified to be. All women should not reproduce. And on the other end, all men should not reproduce. It's a lot of y'all running around, men and women, trying to make another you. You're doing the world a disservice. The planet is struggling enough with you. We don't need you times two. Reproducing more failure, more confusion, more foolishness.
Dang. Reproducing more failure. Boy, I swear, Pink Book lessons show them how to jab people.
One thing I can say about Vivica Fox, she knew she wasn't a woman for a real relationship, for real structure. She knew that already. At least she wasn't this selfish like Eboni to go out and create a whole human being and drag them along with her. I give Vivica that, because what Eboni is doing is worse. It's absolutely crazy. Being a parent isn't about you. It's about who, ladies and gents? That's right. It's about the children. Once you bring a child into this world, and until you fully raise them to go into the world alone, your life is not your own. It's no longer about you and what you want. There are certain decisions and things you have to do for that child that you're now responsible for. And just because Eboni was too combative to get along with a man, she couldn't attract or keep a man of high quality, the men she wanted didn't want her.
Oh. Was that a jab, a dagger? Nah, it wasn't. Hey, that was an atomic bomb she just dropped. You rich.
That child doesn't need one. The way she's parading this crazy story around with People magazine, talking about an exclusive, showing she's having a baby from some mystery mayonnaise, this is just a whole new level of mentally deranged. Then attempting to push this narrative to other Black women to get on board and do the same thing is just outright despicable. Literally doing the devil's work. Well, Eboni K. Williams, she's having a girl, again reproducing another her. Just think of the strong masculine woman Eboni's mother raised. Now Eboni is trying to continue the tradition. Absolutely crazy. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Eboni, she's been pushing Black this and Black that for a couple of years now. How many of you want to bet her mystery DNA didn't come from a Black man? Tell me what you think about this below.
Real quick, my take. It's always going to be the same thing. Man, woman, come together, make a family, have a baby, and then they raise this kid together or several kids. I don't think y'all understand the importance of a man in a child's life. It's okay. That's why when they make these things where it just shows a woman with a whole bunch of kids in the Black community, this furthers that narrative now. Because women will say to themselves, I don't need a man in order to raise these kids. All I need is me, the mystery DNA, put inside me. And then from there, I could do it all by myself. Well, ladies, let me tell you something. Learn to find a suitable man. Doesn't mean he's got to be rich. Doesn't mean he's got to be powerful. It means the fact that he's willing to be a father. He wants to be a father. He has a need to be a father. And you choose that man, and you and that man, y'all have these kids, and then y'all ride off into the sunset, and y'all enjoy one another and this family. Not this solo dolo thing, and then not afterwards trying to find the man to help you raise these kids. No, you get the right man the first time around, and then you raise these kids. I'm gonna be honest, you may not like this take on it, but we're not living in the 70s and the 60s anymore, where guys are just jumping off trees to want to commit, marry, and be with a single mom. Especially these young wolves. These young wolves are even worse. Now, my generation, Generation X, we were a little bit different. We were like, 1 kid, 2 kids, 3 kids, 5 kids. It's okay. Somebody else? Sure. Why not? Especially nowadays. Now, 10, maybe 15 years ago, oh, it would have flew all day, every day. But now, it's not flying like it used to fly. So all I'm saying is, before you really want to take on the task of being a single mom by choice, being a single mom by circumstances. Think long and hard about this decision, especially if you want to have, whether it be a husband, y'all like this word partner, whether it be a lifetime partner. These choices and decisions that you make have either rewards or consequences. I need you to understand that. But at the end of the day, beginning of the day, if you feel it's all worth it, hey, do what you do and be okay with whatever comes after. Listen, it's 2024 and we'll be single no more. And with that one right there, ladies and gents, have a great night. Until the next time, Big Sarge the Gentleman, I'm out here. Peace, peace, and peace.